wanna save money on the best tech. Value Tech Sense. Value Tech Sense. Welcome to another video. Alright, getting straight into it. Alright, in this video we are gonna be testing the input lag between the Vizio 2020 Vizio M8 on the left and the all-new 2020 TCL 635 mini LED on the right. Alright, this is for my gamers. I got a series of videos coming up about the gaming engines of both of these TVs, Pro Gaming Engine on the Vizio and the THX Game Mode on the right on the TCL. Alright, and the first thing we're going to dive into, alright, the very first video is going to be the input lag. Alright, input lag. So, let me go into the settings on the Xbox so I can show y'all where we at with the settings. As you can see, we go to TV display options. We're in 4K 60 FPS. All right, 4K 60 FPS. That's where we at with it. And this is what we're testing, the input lag. Now I'll go ahead and tell you just off of this, I am not in the game modes. All right, I am not in the game mode. So we're going to be testing this in game mode and outside of game mode. All right. And to test this, I'm going to go over here to the Spears and Munsell disc. I'm just going to pull up a contrast pattern and we're going to see how these TVs respond. All right. Let's see how they respond as far as input lag. Now, as I switch the patterns, as you can see, the Vizio on the left, the M8, is responding first. All right, I'm actually gonna switch the patterns this way. You see the Vizio on the left has a faster response time, and neither one of these TVs are in their game mode. Another thing to note really quickly is how much brighter the TCL is on this HDR pattern. So the TCL does have a better contrast ratio than the Vizio. It gets much brighter. Those white boxes are a lot brighter, and those black boxes, though they're not as dark as the Vizio, the perceived contrast ratio is a lot better on the TCL. And you will see how this plays out in gaming and in movie content moving forward. I think I've displayed the things that I've disliked about these TVs so far, especially the TCL. But from this point on, we're just going to get into the real world stuff, the real world content, all of the great things about both of these TVs that I do like. And the things that I don't like, everything that I'm showing in the videos, hopefully they can be addressed by TCL and Vizio, because we as consumers will benefit from these videos and the conversations and discussions that we have in the comment section. So everything that I've experienced with this TCL, everybody that's bought this TCL has not experienced. They've said that in the comments section, and the experience that I've had with the Vizio, people in the comments section also have said they have not experienced. So there is a variation of what happens with these TVs between models. All right, want to point that out for the person in the comments section that said I did not point that out. So this has been my experience as a consumer. I'm just like you guys. All I do, go out, spend my own money, buy the TV. This is what I've experienced as a consumer. But let's get back into it. As you can see, right, the Vizio has a faster response time. All right, same feed, same time. Both of these are outside of their game mode. Now let's go into the TCL, which I have set to dark HDR, and let's switch it to gaming HDR. All right, now we're in the THX certified game mode. Let's test the response time now. It's a lot tighter. Look at that. It's a lot tighter. I mean, I could barely really tell the difference. Even though I'm going to put this in slow motion and I'm going to play it back. But it looks like the Vizio, even though it's not in game mode, the Vizio is actually outside of its game mode. It looks like it's switching faster than the TCL, even while the TCL is in its game mode. But I will replay this in slow motion, and we will verify this, and I will do it now. But they are very close, all right? Very, very close. So we're going to verify that in slow motion. I think I've already played that, but I do the videos raw. So my perceived, what I see with my own eyes, even though the THX game mode is on and the Vizio's is off, it looks like the Vizio is still faster. Now let's switch the Vizio into its game mode. All right, now we're in game mode on the Vizio. As you can see, the Vizio's response time is a lot faster than the TCL. All right. When the Vizio was outside of game mode, it was basically, you couldn't really hardly tell the difference. And now that the Vizio is in game mode, it is definitely faster than the THX. All right. I'm going to go back into the TCL. Let's switch it. All right. Let's get out of game mode just to see how much of a difference it makes. Big difference. Wow. Big difference. All right. So outside of game mode, TCL is very slow. Let's take the Vizio. Let's take it back out of game mode. I just picked something outside of game mode. Now they're both back out of game mode. As you can see, the Vizio is faster outside of game mode by a lot. All right. It's faster. When we take the TCL and we go back into its game mode, and the Vizio is not in its game mode, they appear to match. So that's big, because on the Vizio, you can actually go into other picture modes, change other picture settings outside of its game mode, and pretty much match the TCL's input lag. Pretty much. I don't know if it's faster. It looks kind of even to me. I did do it in slow-mo, but it looks like it matches. All right. And then we'll go back again. We will take the Vizio. Let's put it back into its game mode. And as you can see, it is faster than the TCL. So if you want to know about input lag between the Vizio M8 and the TCL 6 Series 635, for 2020, the Vizio has a better input lag. So if you're playing Call of Duty or you're playing some kind of shooter or something like that, you're definitely going to have an advantage on the Vizio. All right. So let's jump out of this. I'm going to pull up an actual game and we're going to test this out. All right. Real quick. Let's just pull up some MK. and we're going to test it out. As you can see, they're both in their game mode, and the Vizio is responding faster. All right. In game, it actually looks a bit closer than it did on the test pattern. But we're going to test this out really quickly. Let's go to learn. Let's go to practice. And we'll see. Let's just pick Scorpion, sub, and let's test this out. We'll put a game on and we will test the game modes. All right. We already know the Vizio's is faster. We have both of them on right now. I'm just gonna do a few moves. But as I can see, in game, it looks very close. It looks very close. But I will play this back in slow motion so we can see how close they are and if it actually makes a big difference in game. But right now, they actually look like they match. Now I'm going to take the Vizio out of its game mode. Right? It still looks like it matches. I'm going to also play this in slow motion. So we can see. But outside of the game mode on the Vizio, it still looks like it's keeping up with it looks like it's keeping up with the TCL. Now I'm gonna switch it on the TCL. Alright, we're in dark HDR. So the Vizio's outside of game mode and the TCL's outside of game mode. Alright, we'll play this in slow motion. There's definitely a noticeable lag outside of THX game mode. Alright. Now we'll also test this one with the TCL's game mode off, which you probably should never leave off because it is definitely a lot slower. But let's turn the Vizio's game mode back to on, and the THX's is off. Definitely a noticeable lag. Very noticeable. All right. So on the Vizio, as far as input lag, I feel like you can play it in game mode and outside of game mode and pretty much have a very fast input lag. Very fast. All right. Low input lag on the Vizio. Definitely. The TCL, I think you definitely have to keep it in its game mode. I mean, that's what it's there for. THX certified. If you're ever gaming on your TCL, you should definitely always only game with the certified game mode turned to on. All right. I have adjusted some settings in the game mode. I've been working on a settings video for the TCL. I haven't really dove into settings on the Vizio yet, but I do have some killer settings for the TCL. I'll tell you that that brightness on the TCL, it is definitely shining through. All right. If you look at that that little white portal back there in the background, the whites are a lot whiter, and it's just a better HDR look. All right. It's a lot brighter. The whites are whiter. It's definitely a contrasty look. All right. But haven't dove into picture settings on the Vizio yet, as I've just got this TV. I will definitely do that. This is just the first video of several videos that I'm working on displaying the differences between the game modes. All right. So that's a little quick video. If it's input lag that you're worried about, Vizio's the clear winner. They are very, very close in THX game mode. So if you're in the THX game mode, that is the best mode. You really won't be able to go out of any other HDR mode other than the game mode. I think the purpose of having that was to only play in that. All right, but I got other videos coming up showing the advantages of that and the disadvantages. All right, so another quick little video. Thanks for watching.